Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So, welcome to Podcast Meditations, and you're here with The Way of the Superior Man. Welcome to episode 22. We are almost done with this episode series podcast. So, quick tip, guys, if you're watching, listening, check out YouTube, check out the description. It's all there, the timestamp, skip to the start. The notes are there in bullet points. Take advantage of that. So, in this episode, we will be looking and learning about the differences of man and woman, the asymmetry of man and woman, and the connection of how they both connect in union with each other. So let me share my screen for those watching on video. We're in for a good session, a good episode. I'm going to go full screen. As you can see, let me take that out of the way, zoom in. Don't worry, I'll be going full screen so you could see better. Let me get right in there. Boom. Over there. There we go. All right, let's begin. Part 8. This is the last part of the book. Men's and women's yoga of intimacy. So, yoga actually means union in Sanskrit. So, the chapter is take into account the primary asymmetry. What does this mean? What is that asymmetry or difference of man and woman? Intimate relationship is never the priority in a masculine man's life and always the priority in a feminine woman's life. Now, before we proceed further, remember masculine, feminine, both man and woman have masculine and feminine in them. So, next line says, if a man has a masculine sexual essence, then his priority is his mission, his direction toward greater release, freedom, and consciousness. If a woman has a feminine sexual essence, then her priority is love in her life, including her relationship with a man whom she can totally trust in body, emotion, mind, and spirit. So that's the primary difference of the masculine essence and the feminine essence. Next line. So, what do we do when we have both of these? Support each other in their priorities if the relationship is going to serve them both. So, that's the balance and the connection there. Although you and your woman are equal beings, you are very different creatures. So, people watching the live or the replay, comment down below if some of these are hitting home. Maybe you're a masculine man out there, a feminine woman, or a mix, and see how this reflects in real life. If she has a feminine sexual essence, if full love is flowing in her life with her children, friends, and with you, then her core will be fulfilled. If you have a masculine sexual essence, you won't even want to share much intimate time with your woman until you have your career or mission back on track. To you, intimacy is something to be enjoyed in addition to your purpose. To your woman, intimacy is at the core of her life. So, this is the primary asymmetry in intimacy. So, for the masculine, it's to be on your purpose. Intimacy is just something to be enjoyed in addition. For the woman, the feminine core, Intimacy is the essence or the core of her life. When your life is truly aligned with your highest purpose, you will become more present, more loving, and more humorous. Your woman will then be the first recipient of your magnified presence, love, and humor. So, this is the key. When you align yourself with your highest purpose, everything else good will flow from that. Your woman could be a corporate executive and you could be a house husband. That's fine as long as you are living your highest purpose and her life is devoted to love. So I love the last line that hit me from this chapter because, again, people tend to think, or like, is this conventional? The way I grew up, you are a man, the man of the house. You know, you get a job, you're a provider, right? But this line over here still illustrates the asymmetry and how it can work. And nowadays, there are a lot of modern women, working woman, boss babe, they earn more than the man. It can still work, as you can see and hear from this line. Next chapter. You are responsible for the growth and intimacy. The direction of growth of a relationship is primarily the man's responsibility. The energy of an intimacy, pleasure, sexual flow, and vitality is primarily the woman's responsibility. It is important to grow beyond dependence on your intimate partner for your own happiness. That's the first level. But it's equally important to grow beyond simple independence and autonomy. That's the second level. The next stage of intimacy after personal independence has been attained is the mutual flow of gifting or serving each other in love. So, this reminds me of those levels of love where the very first, the lowest is codependence. The next level is independence. And then the third level, the term I learned is called interdependence. Next line. This vision is essentially the basic gift you have to offer your woman, as well as the world, your vision, this vision of a man, right? If you have no higher vision than the day to day grind of housework, job, childcare, TV, and vacations, you are failing your birthright. Your woman will feel cheated and ungifted by you, as will the world, and they will both give you less of their gifts in return. So, this is the power of vision, right? Purpose, having a mission, that's direction. Next line. If your woman feels unfulfilled most of the time, you need to know what she is missing. So this line is a hint because while you are on your highest purpose, you can fill in those needs, those gaps, right? And it will work. And if she doesn't want your gift, your deepest wisdom and unsuppressed loving, then why would you want to be with her? So this line is super key, fire, because someone might say, I am being my 100% authentic, unsuppressed, giving myself fully, and the woman doesn't want it. Then that's okay. Why would you want to be with her? Don't force it. Your main gift in intimacy is to guide her moment by moment out of her moods and into the openness of loving. into greater degrees of divine love, even beyond the relationship. So, this line again, I love it because you're not just directing her direction, you're guiding her. It's linked to a higher purpose, not just love, divine love beyond the relationship. Last line, you must practice daily the art of feeling through your fear, feeling to your edge, and then living just beyond your edge. Love as fully as possible and die in the giving of your gift. So that's it for this session. Pardon if we went a bit over the 10-minute mark. So that's it. I'm going to stop my screen sharing. Back to me. That was a really good session. This is the second to the last episode of the Way of the Superior Man in podcast meditations. So thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time.